A little
I
bit.
feel like they just fly the same yardage every time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what you want. Pretty much the name of the game, Mikey boy.
Obviously, coming from the blade feels
Yeah, totally
a little
different.
bit more confidence in this iron.
So different. It really does. I mean, the blade's lovely. Yeah. Okay, guys, welcome back to the channel. We are still heavily in release season, Michael.
You know, never ending.
It's never ending.
No, it's good. I love new gear.
The endless release season, and we do love it. So today we have an iron product to review from the most successful iron company in the history of the game. Successful being defined by the amount of major championships won by this company, 62, in case you were wondering.
Do you remember their first?
I do, yes. I was around back in those days.
Good old Wilson, everyone.
Good old Wilson. Good old Wilson. And I think that's something that they're looking to revamp. That whole mindset by certain people in the golf industry that it is good old Wilson. Because they're not good old Wilson. They're trying to reinvent themselves. They're trying to modernize themselves and trying to become relevant in this time and space of innovation.
Yeah.
I think the first place to start is on the aesthetic, the shield.
Yeah.
The WS is gone.
Oh yeah, good point.
Right? So it's a modern shield. They've actually taken the W and the S off in order to try to modernize the look of the iron.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very clean looking. I mean, the blade, obviously, we get it. A blade's a blade. It looks sick.
Yeah.
But this little CB action,
You like it?
I could dabble.
Very much like last week's iron when we tested the new blueprints, you've got sort of a family, right? Siblings, big brother, little brother sort of idea. Same lofts, easy to combo. They, in custom, both go down to 2 iron, 2, 3, up to wedge. So tons and tons of options, but the look is a showstopper.
So good. Classic.
Yeah. Especially this guy, obviously. You know, everyone's going to be intimidated to hit it. You know, if you are wondering whether you're good enough to hit it, you're probably not. This is the volume play, obviously, in the family. Lots of people will be flocking to test this one.
Well, I think their push on tour as well. They have some staff players. They've always had staff players, but we see a lot more players gearing towards stuff like this, you know, T100, whatever it is. So a blade's nice, but I don't think, some tour players don't even want to hit blades.
No, it's right. It's a diminishing category for sure. Aesthetically, obviously, that you can see where the weighting is focused out on the toe on both. Fluid feel hosel, which is basically what looks like some kind of like a through bore
Yeah,
pin,
bore through, yeah.
You know, an old school through bore pin from the 975 D days. But Wilson have always had that kind of fluid feel hosel. The idea, guys, is to remove some unnecessary weight from the heel, from the hosel, and replace it out in the toe. And that's how we make an iron that's really not designed to be forgiving like a blade, more forgiving. It ups the MOI. We push the CG more toe side, means off-center strikes are more stable. They're more sort of feel and performance enhanced. Easier to create that with a perimeter weighted club, quite difficult with a blade club. So, you know, obviously, while you want to establish the look, you also need to establish the performance.
Definitely.
What do you think of the details? Like even around the hosel, the little sort of details around there. I really like that.
I've got an old set of Wilsons from the 70s in the house, and they have, you know, a similar detail, a little longer, you know, ferrule as well.
Yeah.
You know, the old bore through kind of look. Yeah, it's a classic. You find a set of Wilsons from back in the day and compare them to these, very similar in certain parts, but as a blade goes, this is pretty clean. When they came into the shop, I think every fitter was like, holy moly, I'm in. So I'm excited to see how they perform.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Okay. All right, Fraz, we're back in Dubai, virtually. Be nice to be there in real life.
Yeah, we'll be playing with Mr. Boucher today.
Oh, Mac Boucher. Mint. 130 yards, starting with pitch and wedge. Thoughts out of the gates on look, address? I know you're a pitching wedge connoisseur.
Yeah, I like it. Shape-wise, it's nice, it's tiny. Has a little bit of a rounded leading edge, a little more round than I would like. I would straighten that out and they'd be just about there. But yeah, the transition profile from hosel into leading edge is just about there. I'll just take out a little bit the rounded part of the leading edge. But yeah, shape-wise is really, really nice. I mean, we've seen the other irons, but for me, it starts to get really special around 8, 7, 6.
Yeah.
That's when the shape starts to be right in my wheelhouse. But yeah, let's see 130. You know, a little bit less than certainly I would hit a normal wedge, but I'm not expecting to be getting too much help.
Let's see it.
It's as good as I can hit it. Just end the test right there.
Dunzo.
The toe actually felt pretty good. My immediate feedback was that was absolutely flushed. I would not have guessed that. That was a little out the toe. Pretty good. Strike was decent. They feel great.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like how I think every blade we've tested or has been tested sounds, which is good. It's not a bad thing.
Nope. I feel like they're all around pin high.
Yeah.
Like 130, 131. Wee bit thinner, so got a bit more spin. Straighten that out a little.
Still had the legs to get there on that little thin shot.
Yeah, is the wind coming out the right or something? Watch these are.
That's nice.
Chance?
Nope.
No? Ah, short. Caddy. Slightly left of it.
Sounded better. Strike.
7-9, Michael. Looks good. Very good.
Tons of confidence standing over that ball at
I feel like
170
I'm
yards
just-
out. That was crispy. I'd have a chance. Ooh.
Very predictable, aren't they? Kind of we set our stall out on our yardages and yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Even the ones that, you know, a fraction low, you're not losing much on it, which is nice.
And the other part of that is as well is I'm actually not really feeling it. That
Right,
didn't
okay.
feel thin or low or I felt good with that. I mean that's right out the toe. Right out the toe.
That's a
That's
hell of a miss.
Savage. That's on the chrome. Done well. How's that ended up going further than the last one?
I have no clue.
Spin.
Yeah.
Retained all the ball speed and kept and lowered the spin. That's what you want. We save her.
I'm back. Swing.
You'd be happy with the result. Who's that guy? Jerry Kelly. Every swing just like flies good, but he's got a funky saviour finish. My young Jerry Kelly.
Is he even alive?
Who?
Jerry Kelly?
Aye, plays in the Champions Tour.
Is
Just a little right to the target, Mikey, but it's
yeah.
okay. It's okay.
I'll give it his credit. It sounds great. It looks good.
All right, Michael, the test.
I'm glad you're hitting it because I have no business touching that 4-iron.
And to be honest, after hitting the blueprint last week, this feels fine.
Yeah,
That's
good
a
point.
small iron.
I'd love to see what the 2-iron looks like.
So I hit that pretty good, just left the face a tad open. I'll take it, Mikey. Yeah, I struck it in the heart.
I mean, decent speed out of it.
Yeah.
Spin's pretty good.
Nice high flight, 116.
That sounded pure.
That's sailing over the flag, isn't
That is
it?
going a long way.
290. Okay, move that flag back a wee bit.
You work out on the weekend?
I did. I was never at the gym.
Jacked. 215?
Sure. Yeah. To be honest, you go 20 because it's going to be only 205 to cover the water. 215 will roll up the flag. It gives a wee chance.
Let's see it.
Carry a wee bit
To win the tournament.
to win the Dubai Desert Classic, Michael.
Is that what it's called? The hero?
The Dubai Desert. Is it the hero now?
I think it's a hero.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Good for that.
You're a superhero for hitting that shot.
Thanks, Michael. Thank you. Only in your eyes. Only in your eyes.
One more. One nice, real good swing. Stay.
Pin high left, but pretty good. I'd take it. I tell you what,
It's a long 4-iron.
I would take that all day. Okay. Not sure why we've done this, but we're
We're going the easier one now.
going the easy route now.
All right, Fraz. CB time. Went from the hardest to
I know.
a little bit easier.
That was your idea, wasn't
Give
it?
yourself a challenge.
Yeah. Shape doesn't change, top line changes.
Yeah, a little thicker.
Yeah. Yep. Let's have a look. A short toe to heel. flight.
Simple.
Slightly pulley. Actually hung on quite well to its line. I thought it was going to miss the green.
A little
I
bit.
feel like they just fly the same yardage every time.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what you want. Pretty much the name of the game, Mikey boy.
Obviously, coming from the blade feels
Yeah, totally
a little
different.
bit more confidence in this iron.
So different. It really does. I mean, the blade's lovely.
Yeah.
But this is just, you can feel the forgiveness. They are quite different in shape, like
which
on
way?
top line especially.
Yeah, that top line definitely gets a little thicker.
Yeah. And they've not tried to hide it. There's no real angle to it. It's very square. I think they could probably take a third of it and just angle it, like we have seen other companies do this year. And it would really sort of, it wouldn't have to take away from the way the frame influences the feel of the iron. We know from a vibration standpoint, that's the purpose of a slightly thicker outside frame. Perimeter weighting, obviously for a forgiveness standpoint, MOI, but also for feel.
Yeah.
As soon as the vibration disperses and it hits these thicker walls, it's kind of retained within the head, which feels more solid.
Right, right.
So if they could just angle that top line a little bit. Do you move that flag?
Huh?
I'm joking. We joke. Quite good. Bit more speed out of that. It didn't feel like I had 125 in me
Yeah.
at all with the other one. That's just head construction, right? Because they are the exact same loft.
Strike sounded really good. Numbers are solid.
Yeah.
130 feet in the air.
Yeah, 64, tons of spin. Tons of spin. Slightly thin, but I'll take it.
I mean, you saw that on the blade too. You know, you miss it a bit and you still get away with it.
Yeah.
Nice to see it extend into this iron.
Yeah.
There it is. It's a better strike. Good flight too.
So launch up a little bit on these versus the blade. Spins down a little bit. No, identical.
Same. Good combo iron.
Look at that. It's quite interesting.
The same almost, yeah.
That one felt nice. Was that 4?
Yep.
Okay, last but not least, Mikey.
Yeah, 4-iron with a little bit more help than what you previously were using.
This 4-iron looks really, really nice.
Similar to what you tested last week, a little blueprint, a little 2-4-3.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not getting sort of, there's still no addition of tech, if you like, but the shape looks good for the amount of loft. I always think that's an important factor in how it looks. It'll be a decent result, but it wasn't much of a strike.
Sounded really good.
It was kind of high in the head.
Okay.
Lost a bit of ball speed, I felt.
Yeah, higher toe.
Yeah. Better.
Yeah, it's clean.
Just cover the number just that little bit more.
Yeah.
Not that different though in terms of carry from the blade.
I don't think so.
217. I mean, they're pretty similar.
Same.
I think the one thing, if you start to look at it, obviously it's the dispersion.
Yeah.
The blade, I kind of had a little miss right, a little miss left. 2 good ones, but yeah, other than that, the numbers are quite similar. Decent. Healy. It's just the forgiveness. You can just really see it start to...
On that slight miss hit, it doesn't look like a miss hit in the air, that's for sure.
No, still looks like quite a strong flight. I mean, the best strike of the bunch, just couldn't quite get it to turn over. But it's still that same,
It's really
same
good.
carry.
Really, really good. Impressive.
Okay, let's take a peek. All right, Mikey, let's dive in.
I will say on that CB, the way you hit it, like standard deviation's pretty tight, spin, all that, but I mean, it's almost the same iron. The nice thing with the CB is if you miss it a little bit, you get away with it more than anything.
And this is why combo sets exist, because really when it comes to a cavity back or a blade, the amount of loft that's on it really does mitigate a lot of the forgiveness.
Yeah.
People talk about forgiveness. Really isn't much forgiveness to be had when you've got that much loft. So yeah, very, very similar. 7 to 7. Started to see a little bit more horsepower come out of it.
Launch is the same, spin
Identical.
is identical. You get a little bit more carry out of it.
Yeah, just it's all right there, but these are the same. Standard deviation is exactly the same. It's
Same,
basically the
yeah.
same. And then I think it started to get a little bit different here,
Yeah.
right? Like standard deviation, a joke. More ball speed, slightly higher flight, tighter dispersion. Probably the surprise to a lot of people will be the same carry distance, but I think if you're sort of kind of similar in sort of ball speed and launch and spin, you're going to get that. Just I didn't feel like I had the same control over the face.
Yeah, you're able to strike maybe a little bit higher with the CB model, and obviously dispersion's tighter.
Yeah.
Both good irons. I can see why it's probably one of the easier ones to combo for a fitter. That's for sure.
Seems like there's a lot of this going on right now in terms of combo, making it easy to combo sets by making lofts the same, and you can see when it's engineered correctly, as it really does appear to have been here.
Yeah.
You can see why the result is a very easy combo. Good. Gives the player, gives the fitter. Hopefully, the fitter gives them the sort of license. Go, okay, let's jump into the cavity here. The strike is starting to move around the head a little bit, but it's good.
Yeah, great irons.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really good. Okay, guys, lots of Wilson fans out there. We get the request to test Wilson a lot. And sort of when they make an iron that looks this good, I'm not surprised there's this much demand to be testing them. They are great. So, it'll be interesting to see what comes sort of next, where they invest their time and resources in. I'm not sure the company's plans in terms of market position. It might be great to get them on the podcast, maybe talk to them about that.
Yeah, explore the brand a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Just sometimes it feels like this is maybe a little bit of a shift in vision. Like we talked about with the staff badge, modernising it, just trying to change the consumer's opinion as to who the brand are. Yeah, so I don't think there's any surprise to us that they performed well.
No.
I've never heard anyone slight the performance of Wilson irons. Never.
No, we've never really. I mean, we've never had them in the drawers up here. I know they have them down in the US stores.
We have tested them on the channel. They've always done really well.
Yeah, they look great. They perform. They've been around forever. And like you said, as that kind of club is being a little bit more modernized, I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see what they have next because. The iron looks great. It performed. That CB performed. I got a couple customers in mind that would use that CB, no issues.
Okay, guys. So thoroughly impressed. For those of you who love the shape of a Wilson iron, they're gonna have shelf appeal. They're gonna have appeal to people who are looking at the performance. Certainly in our drawers, pull it open, your eye's going to go to, especially the blade. I think just that high polished chrome just really does catch your eye.
Everyone loves a blade.
They do. Excellent. Okay, let us know, guys, are Wilson your thoughts this season? Obviously, we've tested some great irons over the last couple of weeks. Is this something that makes the sort of selection sort of mindset for yourselves? Is this one you're going to go in and demand to try? Would love to know your thoughts. Hopefully we get some more Wilson products coming soon. I think we actually are. There's some wedges potentially coming down the line as well. So excited to get those on the channel. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you again soon.